Hey guys, I wanted to show this real quick. I picked up 2 turtles today, and they gave me some stuff which was pretty nice. I got this double fixture, just like the one that I have right there on Petey's tank, and it has a UVB light and a heat light. And then I got a bucket, which wasn't this filled with water; it was less filled with water, but I was acclimating something. And then I got some rocks. That's what's in this tub. This tub needs washed, so I was going to take it out. Some river rocks, which I'll probably use in the 125 gallon eventually, because they're nice and round and everything. And then a bunch of different types of like food and stuff, which I don't like dried insects. Like anything with dried insects, I have no use for. So like this large sun-dried shrimp, this freeze-dried mealworms, this even has that type of stuff. That'll work well. I don't even know what this is exactly. This I actually really like, or maybe not this exactly, but I can use this for sure. These are just turtle pellets, so basically if they're just pellets, then I'm good. Pretty much, I mean, I have a lot of goldfish and stuff, so I can just throw this into the pond and they'll eat it. But, and this I'll probably feed, but I don't like these types of things. Here's my cat. I don't like these types of things, so what I might do is, just not to like waste a bunch of this stuff, is throw it in my soil mix. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I kind of throw everything in there. So, just because I don't, when the moisture is dried out, like most of the nutrients are also dried out, so I don't want to feed my animals like pointless food, basically. But I mean, the isopods could eat it and whatnot. And then this is some Turtle Fix, treats bacterial infections and repairs damaged tissues and wounds. Now, the reason this is because the 2 turtles that they gave me, one of them, it's one of its front hands, I guess, one of its front feet, it's like missing all its toes, so it's just like this. So it must have somehow been, something must have happened to it, so I'm sure that's why they use this, because the turtles look fine. I inspected their skin and everything, they look perfect. I went ahead and added them into my setups, actually, because I don't know, I don't worry about quarantine as much with turtles. I'm sure something will happen with them one day and I'll be like, well, I guess I'm quarantining all my turtles now. But as long as they look fine, they're pretty much good. And that's just how I'm going to do it for now. That's what I've done with all the turtles that I've taken in so far. They've been pretty good. But obviously if they had like some type of obvious infection or something, I wouldn't do that. But here we have one of them. It's actually the exact same size as my red-eared sliders. Actually, it's like more filled out than my red-eared sliders, but there you can see it. But it's the same size, if that makes sense. So I need to go ahead and weigh it, but I'm sure it weighs a lot more, but it's the same size. It is. These are both Midland painted turtles, which means to me that they were taken out of the wild. It sounded like, from what she told us, or what they told us, which was very little, is that they were taken out of the wild because she wanted to make sure they made it through winter. And I think that's like a common thing that people do. I don't really understand why people do that. I think turtles are fine. Like, just kind of leave them alone, they'll be alright. But here you can see I actually have the other one right there. It's dark in this tank and it's starting to become murky, but it is also a Midland painted turtle, and it's in here with Pee-wee and Lewis. And these guys don't have names yet. I'm sure I'll name them. I quite enjoy doing that. But here, I'll actually go ahead and grab it if I can. There we go. So here you can see it, and this is the one. If you look right there, it's missing its hand, basically. So these guys are really healthy looking, if you look at them. This is definitely a male. You see how long that tail is. And looks a lot like Lewis, because Lewis is a Western painted turtle and this is a Midland painted turtle. For the time being, I will probably, oh, it's shedding its scutes. I will probably move them out to the 300 gallon, at least this one. The other one's too small. I'd be worried about it with the filter, but that is the plan with these guys. But I'm really thankful for the stuff, and I was happy to take these guys in. They couldn't care for them for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure, but they're really sweet little turtles, and that's pretty cool. So I will do my best to care for these guys. Okay, real quick, I'm going to weigh 2 turtles that I got today. It's currently the 11th, so tomorrow's Easter, and today I got 2 turtles, and they're Midland painted turtles. Here is the first one. It has a bit of a cleft foot there. Let's see. It is 4/16, and its shell length is, that's a pretty long shell. 4/16, and then shell length is right at 4 inches. So pretty sure it's a male. 4 ounces, 4.16 ounces, 4 inches long, little, what I'd still call as a baby, I guess a juvenile Midland painted turtle, native species to here that somebody gave me today. And there you can see its cleft foot. So here is the smaller one. Like I said, about the same size as mine. My Reddit sliders, except this one is much more filled out, so it's going to be a lot more heavy, or a lot heavier, and it is quite a bit heavier, which I feed mine a lot, so I'm not really worried about it. And they're very aggressive eaters as well. So, and then it's 3 1/4 inches, and it was 240. Is that correct? 240. Okay. Hey guys, so I figured I would wrap up this video real quick. The original the original clips before were quite a long time ago, and it is now pretty warm outside. I think it's going to get a little bit cold again before it finally gets warm consistently, but I have the 300 gallon set up out here, and the Midland painted turtles are actually in it, but Lewis and Pee-wee aren't, which is pretty annoying, but I actually have 6 turtles in here right now, and they actually do just fine with the filter. Like, that was one of my worries. I actually have all the little turtles in here, so I'm not exactly sure where all of them are, but it's dark down there and they're probably hiding, but they bask on this thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put in the comments below. And if you want more content, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day.